What's up, everybody? I am officially doing my first long form YouTube video for our turtle and tortoise sanctuary and education center. So let's go ahead and do a walkthrough and kind of see our facility. We will be opening up around April, hopefully the first week of April if the weather holds up, because you never know. We did have some tornadoes come through, so in the back in the education center and our basically the back facility in the wooded area is pretty rough right now. There's a lot of limbs, sticks, and stuff like that that needs to be picked up. But I just wanted to kind of do a long form video and kind of show you guys our facility. So it was kind of a cool night after that storm hit. So some of the animals may not even be out, but I really wanted to show everybody the exhibits, some of the plans, long-term plans we have for this facility. So come on, let's get going. So when you walk in, this is our check-in area. We have membership programs where it's only a small amount per month, and those people get in for free. There is a Knoll lizard sleeping in our fridge, warming up in the morning sun. So with our members, a lot of our members can actually come in for free. They can feed the turtles and tortoises. We also have open to the public days where you can just pay to come in and see some of the animals. Certain days we will have specific events, like we'll have the caiman out. We may have a snake out for a certain time period. But our main goal, like I said, is to really educate about not just the captive keeping of turtles and tortoises, but the struggles they face in the wild, because a lot of turtles and tortoises face really, really harsh futures around the world. So let's go ahead and get started again. When you first walk in, on the left is our future sulcata, female sulcata tortoise yard. So right now we have some young males in here, but this will be where the females go. They've got their pond, they've got their houses. A lot of them are starting to wake up for the morning, coming out of their heated houses. Right here, just kind of in the garden bed, that is one of our Russian tortoise exhibits. Then over there you can see the other one. So we keep the Russian tortoises kind of by themselves a lot of times because the males can be quite aggressive towards each other. Maybe if I look in here we can actually see. Yep, he's kind of burrowed up in there. So that's one of my favorite species of tortoise because of their size. So when people get those, it's a lot less likely that they're going to get surrendered due to their size. Over here, that is a lone male. He is I love that tortoise, but he can be pretty aggressive towards other males. So he's most likely, unless something changes in him, he's gonna have his own little yard. This yard right here is about 30 by 30. He's got his heated house. Bring him up close. He is catching those morning rays. He's got a nice crepe myrtle. It's not in bloom yet, no leaves, but that's where they kind of hang out. We don't only have turtles and tortoises. We have some other animals. So this is our parrot aviary. Got some macaws and cockatoos. So some of these exhibits you're gonna see, there's a few unfinished touches to them because we're at the last leg. We are trying to get all of these little projects done before we get open up here in the next couple weeks. So this is the other, I'm gonna call it the Russian tortoise exhibit, but in the spring we might put some of our babies in. It'll be easy to put a top on it to keep them safe from predators. And also when guests come, we don't want guests touching any of the babies and picking up babies and potentially injuring them. So this is one of the smaller little exhibits that we kind of put together. Right over here, we just finished this about a month ago maybe, and we definitely want to put more plants in this exhibit. This is for our star tortoises. So Burmese star, we might cohab our radiated tortoises, but that's going to be something we decide in the future. It wouldn't be very hard to build an entire radiated exhibit all for itself. They've got their little water pond, their clean drinking water pond. They've got a house here. I want to add some more grass-like plants because our Burmese stars love hiding in the grass. And then this is just a little cave. This is really good for on extremely hot Alabama summer days. They can go down there and stay as cool as possible. And it's just a culvert pipe with grass on top. When we're doing projects, instead of buying sod, we just take the old grass, put it on, start adding dirt in between as the grass grows, and eventually that's gonna look like just a big hill. Also planted some, or not planted, got some of this I guess you wouldn't call it ornamental grass, but it's a taller species of grass that's going to kind of flow out of the top. We sit on about the facility itself is on about 2.5 acres. Long term, or not long term, but in total we have, I believe, almost 15 acres. So we don't want to get to a 15 acres sanctuary, an education center. We think the size of our facility as we speak is perfect. Perfect for me to be able to handle. We've got our homing pigeons sitting in the sun. These guys should start laying eggs anytime. I'm starting to see them building nests and all of that stuff. So just have the pigeons just kind of for fun. This is our little snapping turtle exhibit. So we have a common snapping turtle that goes in here in the summer. He's actually in the house for the winter. He's got his little pond right here. Once he gets bigger, we might turn this into a box turtle exhibit, or maybe another smaller snapping turtle exhibit once he gets a little bit larger. So we go around the corner. We'll look at this exhibit in a little bit. This really big one right in the middle. Right here are, you probably heard them a minute ago, our modern game bantams. So we'll eat the eggs, but also if we have any extra eggs, that is just food for our egg-eating animals. Over here is the first pond we built. It's about 3,500 gallons. And this used to hold all of our aquatic turtles, your yellow belly sliders, your Cumberland sliders, red-eared sliders, and cooters. Recently, and we'll see it in a little bit, we built a giant pond thanks to Greg Whitstock from Aquascape. And we're going to separate the males and females. So there are still females in this area, in this pond right here, but they're smaller females. Once they get large enough, we will put them into the larger rescue turtle. We call that the rescue turtle river because of the shape of it. And this is the rescue turtle pond. Around here, this will be another male sulcata yard. One of our sulcatas was attacked by a dog by his previous owner in, I believe, 2017, 18. So he doesn't have a lot of protection on the backside of his shell. Male sulcatas, as a lot of you know, they like to fight. And if another large male sulcata really rams him from behind, he could bleed out really quickly. So this is where he actually stays. We have a few weeks to kind of get this ready for him, but he's out with the other ones. They don't really fight this time of year, so it's not that big of an issue. And this right here is our adult male sulcata yard. You can actually see some of them coming out right now, the smaller one. This is our male sulcata yard. So when we do private tours, a lot of times you'll actually be able to go in with the tortoises, feed them. Certain days of the week, you'll actually be able to feed the tortoises from the outside, just for safety issues. A big sulcata ramming your ankle could actually hurt you pretty bad. There's Bub drinking the filtration water. And this is our sign. So this pond was completely donated by our donors and followers on our Facebook page. It's a little cloudy after that storm. Anytime we have a big rain, there's an algae bloom. Give it another day or so, it'll be crystal clear again. There's our younger male peacock. We've got 4 peacocks, 2 males, 2 females. There's the females walking through. So this entire area right here, this is a big area. I believe it's about 2,500 square feet is for our redfoots. So our red-footed tortoises, they go in here. They've got a bunker here. They've got another concrete bunker over there, and they've got a few hiding spots. Once the springtime hits, we've got banana plants. We've got all kinds of tropical plants that kind of shoot up, and it gives, you know, good forage for the redfoot tortoises and things like that. So this is an area I really love. It's really starting to mature with growth. They've got a live oak. They've got a laurel oak. They've got all kinds of ornamental plants, some cactus that are covered. So once they reach a certain size, you break off some petals, throw it in with them, and it's just free food. We do have, like I said, other animals. So this is our emu blue. She lives in this area, but she also has access to about another 2 acres in the back where she can just kind of run around and explore. So we're gonna head back into the wooded area where we have our education pavilion. So when we do private tours, birthday parties, things like that, this is where we go. Remember, the storm hit yesterday, so there are branches and sticks all over the place. Got our little playground. This right here is where we do birthday parties, education programs. So I'll have everybody from homeschool groups, schools, they'll come. We'll get hands-on with some of the animals, and this is, I'm actually really proud of this pavilion I built a couple years ago. We also have a trail. I'm not going to go down the trail because it'll make this video way too long, but we have a high population of eastern box turtles in this area, and that is one of my favorite species. We've only got one because legally we're only allowed to have one in our state. So we do have one, but there are the same box turtles I see year after year after year over on these trails, and we wanted to get to it this winter, but we're hoping to still get it this spring. Build a bridge to the other side of the creek, so it is a big creek. It's called Big Creek. And on the other side, I want a trail, keep it as untouched as possible, so people can hopefully see box turtles in their natural habitat. You know, box turtles, they're gonna do whatever they want. Sometimes you'll see them, sometimes you won't. But that is the long-term goal, is to have the other side of the creek. It's 5 acres that we can just dedicate just to eastern box turtles. We got our little piggy and our other piggy in the house. So when we moved out here, this entire place was just a field. Actually, the only thing that was sitting in this field was that blue cattle trailer, the stock trailer. So that is the only thing that was standing here when we came in. So we have put a lot of work into this place. Planting plants, trees. I think I love plants almost as much as I love, you know, the animals themselves. Bamboos, little ponds. So if you come over here, we'll actually go in the Redfoot exhibit. Once the summertime hits and springtime hits, this really grows out and looks, I wanted to look as natural like the Amazon as possible, like South America as possible. I haven't cleaned the pond because I haven't lived in here since the fall. So before they come in, I'll be doing a lot of cleaning and trimming some plants and getting them ready to head on in the next couple weeks. So this right here is going to be our quail, kind of, I guess you can see the quail, but it's really just so we can get quail eggs over here. So that'll just be like a little cage for quail. There's our other male and our younger male again. He moved on. This is just our picture booth. In spring, summer, fall, we got elephant ear all across here. They get really tall. Makes a really good little picture booth for schools and families and things like that. This is the other side of the Redfoot exhibit. More cactus. These bananas are really starting to grow. I'm hoping we don't get another freeze, but we probably will. There's Buckbeak the turkey. He's got this big exhibit. We're really hopeful he's going to get a girlfriend this year with his dirty pond, because the guineas and peacocks are sleeping up on top. So I've got to build something to keep them from sleeping on top of this, because they love to be around the turkey. So the turkey was an adult, or almost an adult, when we got a lot of these other birds. So they look at them almost like a mother figure. They think they're a turkey. This is our black-throat monitor exhibit. So black-throat monitors are a really large species of monitor lizard. This is a project I'm working on this week. I've got to completely add sand and dirt into the bottom, add some hiding spots, add some things for him to climb up on, and he'll probably be in the next couple weeks. I'll have to add a heated house just for those cool nights for the next few weeks, maybe month or so. This is for our Lewisii iguana. Our Lewisii iguana is about 3-4 years old. This is going to be for him, same thing. This week, this is a project I will be tackling, and during this week. We got a really good weather this week. So tackling this, Lewisii iguana, Grand Cayman Island iguana, and then the black-throat iguana. There goes the turkey. This is going to be a raised bed garden for cactus. So we're going to get different varieties of cold hardy, preferably thornless cactus, and we're just going to plant them all around here. Keeps the peacocks like to peck on the fresh growing petals, so hopefully that'll deter them from doing that. And that is what this is going to be. We got our canna lilies all coming up, and our newest project we just finished is the Rescue Turtle River. Right now we have, I believe, 12 turtles in here. So we've got painted turtles, got yellow belly sliders. These are our larger females. See a bunch of them clustered here, but they're starting to sun. Before I walked up, they were all sitting on the logs. You can even see where it's still wet from them coming up. So it's 40 feet long, and on average, I'd say about 9 feet deep, or 9 feet wide, and about 2.5 feet deep. There's one swimming around right there. And then that is the filtration. So this whole area right here is kind of like I believe it's called like a bog filter, or a wetland filter. It kind of passes through the rocks, goes through those bio blocks, and filters through, comes all the way back through, and comes out the filter the other side. So very proud of this. My wife and I built this by hand, all by ourselves. So we are extremely proud of this project, and it was funded by Greg Whitstock. A lot of people, if you've got turtles and have turtles for a while, you probably know who Greg Whitstock and, or at least Aquascape. They really helped us with this. We also had substantial donations from our followers and our members, and we're working on getting our nameplate put on it. So we're gonna get our nameplate put right here, and it's just gonna be like a thank you for everybody who's donated and sponsored that new Rescue Turtle River. So probably my favorite animal here is the Aldabra. So the Aldabra exhibit is right here. He's got his mud hole over there. He's got his water over under his house. He's got, I've just planted this Dawn redwood right in the middle. So that is going to be a massive tree. Like I said, I love trees just as much, or plants just as much as I love the animals. So if you know what a Dawn redwood is, it's always been a dream tree of mine. Got a little windmill palm. We're in zone 8, so we've got to be very picky on what kind of plants we plant. We planted that one last year, and it was this size, and it's already 8 feet tall. So I don't know if it's good soil, the way I'm taking care of them. I throw tortoise poop on a lot of our plants, so maybe that's a good natural slower releasing fertilizer. So last up, I want to show you guys my favorite tortoise. He's not huge yet. I got him for my 30th birthday, and that is Sam. So Sam is my Aldabra tortoise. So we're really hopeful we'll be able to get another one, because these are kind of communal tortoises in the wild. They'll actually be together. He's a little nervous because he just woke up, but I love this tortoise. He is really open. He doesn't like the dog standing right behind me. He's really opened up. Bub, go. Yeah, he doesn't like the dog very much. He's still getting used to him, but he's starting to eat out of our hands. When I pet him, if the dog wasn't here, he'd stand up real tall, let me scratch on his neck. And if he knows I have food, he's gonna come tortoise running all the way across the exhibit to come get me. So his little mud hole over there, he spends, especially on really sunny days, he spends most of his time over in this mud hole, sunk down. He's got a little wallow in that back right corner, and he will sit in there all day long if I let him. So this is our facility. And in the next few weeks, when I do another video, it's gonna look completely different. You're gonna see bananas and elephant ear and canna lilies and all kinds of plants that die in the winter, and then they shoot back up the next spring. So not only will you learn about turtles and tortoises, you'll also learn a lot about the plants that we have. I am no botanist. I go by trial and error. Plants that make it, I'll buy more of them the next year after I realize they make it. The plants that don't do very well, I might give it another try. If it doesn't work again, I'm kind of done with it. I also have to keep in mind what plants are toxic, what plants aren't, keep the toxic ones out of the exhibits and things like that. So make sure to like and subscribe so you can keep up with some more videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Our Instagram, I have no idea how to get a following on Instagram. And also our TikTok, where we're probably the most active as far as videos and stuff like that, is our TikTok. But also Facebook, that's where you can see all what we're bringing out on Saturdays, what kind of animal we'll have, what times we'll have them out. So that's a really good place to see stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. This is my first official long-term video. The more I do this, hopefully I get a little better on camera. Everybody starts somewhere. So this is the facility. And I hope to see you guys sometime this spring, summer, or fall. See ya.